This is so random, and maybe not, and maybe I thought about it because of the article where it's saying that the administration approved forever chemicals to be sprayed on vegetables, right? And so I went grocery shopping yesterday, and I was just thinking about how everything is wrapped in plastic, right? I'm buying organic fruits and veggies, but the container, or the thing that y'all are making me put the stuff in is plastic, right? And so I ended up doing some research about like what's in plastic, yada yada yada. And even though forever chemicals aren't in all plastics, it can be in some, but there are other harmful things like BPA, the one that starts with PHTH. I'm not about to try to pronounce that right now, and I'll learn it. But and just other bad things, right? But does anybody else remember the trend during COVID when they were asking people, if you no longer work at a company, can you tell us the company secrets? And there was this one guy, he worked for the head of plastics for some company, and I don't know why. I believe he worked for Johnson and Johnson, because there's no such thing as head of plastics there. At least a quick Google search told me that. But like, anyway, he worked for some company. He got invited for a holiday, I believe, or for some get together, and he bought cookies. He baked cookies, but he bought them in a plastic container in Tupperware. And he said when he walked in the door and the owner looked at him and saw what he had in his hand, he said, "Get that out of my house." Like, and the boy's like, "What you talking about? Like, what's wrong with my cookies?" And the dude's like, "No, the plastic container that you got those cookies in, get that out of my house." Am I the only one that remembers that? Like, I remember that so clearly because even in the comments, they were like, well, plastic is in everything. And if he's the head of plastics, but he doesn't even want to deal with plastics, then what does that say about plastics? And then the boy went on to say, the man, went on to say that there was a chemical that was in plastics where plastic almost got banned, but they took that chemical out and they put another chemical in plastic, but it is worse than that chemical, but it's undetectable. Am I the only one that remembers this? I remember it clear as day because it was the reason why I started buying like glass everything. And it's so hard to get just rid of plastic. Like, your soap is in plastic. Just the eggs are in plastic. Like, I'm just looking around my house. The water is in plastic. Everything is in plastic. And I'm sick and tired of it.